KF6QQU, Mike. KF6QQU. You can then we have Vaughn, K6ZTA. Vaughn, K6ZTA.
Steve, are you copying W6YT?
Stand by, George. I'm getting the list from Ron.
Next up is Paul N6BZY. N6BZY. Paul.
Yeah, okay. Well, I heard
Then we have Al N6ZI.
got Northern Utah on, but it's not all that great. So. Anyway, Ron, are you there with the list? W6YT?
N6W.
George, Ron is giving me the list, but you keep talking, so I can't hear Ron anymore and copy from him. So please, everyone, stand by. I'm getting the list from Ron with many fills now.
K6, little green light.
Okay, I think you said Ron giving me the list. I don't hear him.
KUS.
George, stand by.
John. Then we have Francesca.
Man, I don't hear nothing now.
W7LTG. And then we've got you, 6SYD. Then we have George, W8 Victor Golf. W8 Victor Golf. And then we have J, NY6L. NY6L, J. So that's the list I have, Steve. Go ahead.
Okay, Ron. Well, a lot of people were talking while you were giving me the list, and I explained to them that you were giving me the list, but they continued to keep talking anyway after they understood it. So I need some fill. After N6BZY and before K6LGL, who is in between Paul and Skip? Who do you have between those two? Over.
Okay, between Al and Skip is Phil, N6WHK, November 6 Whiskey Hotel Kilo. And before that was Al N6ZI, and after was Skip, K6LGL. So, did you get that, Steve? Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having trouble with KFS now, but in between N6BZY and K6LGL, you have Phil, N6WHK. Is that correct? Over.
Yeah, okay. Between Paul is N, November 6 Zulu India, Al. Then Phil, November 6 Whiskey Hotel Kilo. Then Skip, K6LGL. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, KFS has failed me, so I've switched to Northern Utah. Okay. Ron, is there anyone between N6BZY and N6WHK?
N6WHK is in.
Yeah, that's Al. November 6 Zulu India. November 6 Zulu India. Go ahead.
Okay, I can't hear you. Okay, W6YEC George. Would you like to copy from me what I have of the list and there may be some folks out there, but this is the best I'm going to be able to do. With KFS failing me and Northern Utah, I don't really hear Ron all that good. W6YEC, do you copy KF6SYD calling?
Well, yeah. Since you took the list, I can get it from you there. I just muted KFS. I was copying Ron. I was just trying to get KFS in, or one of them. So I was copying, but I wasn't writing it down because you were writing it down. Every once in a while, KFS would pop out. So if you want to give me the list, go ahead, and then we'll just double check with Ron, make sure we got it all. Steve, W6YEC.
Okay, George. Yeah, there's, if you're ready, K6CJA, Ken. After Ken is KK6IRZ, that's Jeff. After Jeff, KM6QQU, Mike. Then we have KD6BWS, Ron. Then K6ZTA, that's Vaughn. Then there's N6BZY, Paul. N6WHK, Phil. K6LGL, Skip. W7LTG, Francesca. KF6SYD, Steve. W8, Victor Golf, George. NY6L, Jay. And that's all I have. I suspect that it's not a complete list, but it's almost everyone. So how copy, George, KF6SYD?
Yeah, I copied it 100% there. And let me stand by here. Hold on just a minute. Ron, I don't know if you copied Steve. If you got is that the complete list? Give me just a moment because KFS is a little slow on the action. But Ron, is there anybody else that needs to be added? Go ahead.
WA6JUS John, I think you missed him. John was right after Skip. WA6JUS. Did you get that, George?
Okay, I got John, W6JUS. I thought he was in there, but I didn't know where he belonged. So after Skip, we've got John. Okay, well, we're going to go with what we have. And I don't know how everybody's copying me, but it was a little rough. You guys started off pretty good, and then it just kind of went bye-bye. And I was fooling around here trying to get all the SDRs working. But now I'm on KFS, and it takes a little while for it to pop in. It's muted, and then it just takes a while, and then all of a sudden it's going. And Utah wasn't too good. I listened on it, and it wasn't hearing too good. So anyway, here we are. We might as well get this thing going. And I mailed off, as a point of information, I mailed off a new preamble to you guys. Ron, I don't have an email on you, so I'm going to mail it to you. And then I found I made a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking, but I typed John's name, call as N6, and, instead of N9. So, anyway, I went back and corrected it, and I think that just went out. I hope it's okay. But it's got the new information on there for membership, and the price went up by $2. And I put the website on there, and then where, let's see, the AMIinternational.club. So, and the information is on there. So you guys will be getting, you guys should have that in your email. And like I said, Ron, I'll mail it to you. And I CC'd one to Phil because he was looking for one. So anyway, hopefully that went out okay. And when you get around your turn, if you see it there and everything's good, well then that's great. All right. So let's get this thing started tonight. QST, welcome to the Monday Night Amplitude Modulation International Net, or simply AMI. The purpose of this net is to promote the restoration, preservation, and enjoyment of AM equipment, including transmitters, receivers, and assorted vintage AM type gear. Anyone using AM equipment is welcome, including modern radios capable of creating two sidebands on a carrier. We also welcome all the listeners. You do not need to be a member to join this net. However, as a member of AMI, you will receive a certificate that has on it your personal ID number. If you would like membership, just go to our AMI website. That's www.aminternational.club, CLUB. Then fill out the membership form, pay the $5 fee, and you can also, if that doesn't work for you for some reason, you can also send a self-addressed envelope to John McGrath, N9AMI, at his P.O. Box of 1422, Silver Springs, Nevada, 89429. And John is also good on QRZ.com if you need to get that information. Now tonight, your AMI net control is W6YEC. My name is George. My AMI number is 1197. My QTH is Lemon Grove, California. And my equipment tonight is the good old Viking Ranger 2. That was an AKG mic, a Behringer equalizer. We're driving a Studebaker 220 for about 350 watts of RF carrier. Hearing everybody out of Hammerland HT110 Alpha, and using a coaxial flat top of about 40 feet. And everything seems to be working the best I can tell. Just propagation is our big issue here tonight. So, I might just mention that I use this rig. I'm interrupting the preamble, but I used this rig on straight key night. And boy, did it work beautiful. Just sounded gorgeous. And I had my 1959, that's when I got it, J38, that I have mounted on a board and with all the code on it and everything. Anyway, it was my novice key, and that's fun using it on straight key night. Okay. Now, the West Coast website, and I don't know, I probably should get I might need a correction on this because I also included the West Coast website of www.westcoastami.com. I need to check with John. Maybe that's not even going. I'll have to double check. But at any rate, and maybe it's separate from what we're doing with the AMIinternational.club. I think that might be the case, unless John combined them. So, forgive me if that's not right, but I'm giving you that information. It is on the preamble as well. Now, when I call on you, please share your call, name, and the make and model of your equipment. If you have any buy or sell items, please list them. And let me know if you want to stay for the informal roundtable immediately following this net. So right now, let's zero beat net control, and let's take a 1 minute for a tune-up and during the key down period. That'll be a 6YEC.
And 6BY. And George is in West Coast.
Tuning up Microphone 3870 and standing by for the AMI net.
Okay, very good. Heard a lot of carriers and also audio coming through. Pretty good tune-up. And I was hearing it both off the air and also on my iPad here. Well, let's see what we can do here tonight. So we're going to start off with Ken. I have to say that in case I'm not hearing you over the air, the KFS is a little slow on recovery for whatever the reason is on that. You know what I should do? Let me just take a look here. Alternate AGC. I was just looking to see if they've got a faster AGC on this. And right now I don't see it, so I won't try to mess with it, but I'll have to check that out. All right, Ken, are you able to copy K6CJA W6YEC? Well, I don't hear Ken, so we'll come back. Maybe he left, maybe he didn't. KK6IRZ, Jeff, you copy, W6YEC. Well, does anybody hear Jeff in there?
No, I don't hear him.
It's three-quarters of the way down. There's alternate AGC, and you can control the gain.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I just don't want to mess with it. Okay, here we are. Let's try Mike. KM6QQU. Mike, are you copying? W6YEC.
I think you just called me, George. It's kind of hard to tell. You're really weak, and the sidebanders are blasting in here like there's no tomorrow. So if you did, I'm going to make it quick. This is Mike, KM6QQU out of Yucca Valley. AMI number is 1768. Running the Johnson Viking Valiant with the SX28 receiver. And I'll go, no on the round table, no on the swap. I'll send it back over to you there, George. W6YEC, this is KM6QQ.
Yeah, okay, Mike, real good. If you hear me, I did copy you fine on KFS. Big signal in the KFS, nothing over the air. So I would certainly be weak to you. But thank you, Mike, for being there. Ron, how you doing? WWS at W6YEC.
Okay, George. W6YEC, KD6VWS. Ron here in Joshua Tree. And, yeah, I'm copying you on northern Utah. I was having trouble with KFS earlier, so I'm using northern Utah. And running the Valiant, 150-watt carrier, and using the Turner Plus 3, and trying to receive on the NC-125, but it went long, or it went kaput, one or the other. And I'm using the on the long wire with counterpoise, about 25 feet. AMI number is 1671, and no on the swap or the round table. Challenging conditions tonight, George. So back to you, and happy New Year, everybody. KD6VWS.
Okay, Ron. Real good. Good copy on you. Solid as a rock on KFS. No problem. I did hit the alternate AGC that they say to try for a better AM reception, particularly with QSC. So that's interesting. We'll see what happens. But I got you there on KFS. Good job. Okay, yeah, and a Happy New Year to you and everybody else. Let's just say it. I'm not going to keep saying it. Just a blessed New Year to each one of you. Vaughn, it's your turn. Let's see if you're copying. and see how I do with you. K6ZTA, W6YEC.
Yeah, and W6YEC. Oh, I'm hearing myself with a delay. K6ZTA, Woodland Hills. And we're not copying on direct. So we're here on KFS with the delay. Yeah, it's as Ron said, it's trying conditions tonight. Yeah, so we'll keep it short. The AMI number 1757, and we'll let's see. Let me get this. I gotta get this earphone off so I don't continue to confuse myself. Yeah, using the Viking 2 and have an inverted V and D104 microphone and the SX96 when the signals are there. When the signals are not there, because it's just the band is too long. It's messed up with the sidebanders. Not always the sidebanders, but just its signals are weak. So keep it short, and we'll say no more to the round table, no more to the swap, and we'll look for you again later this week or next week. Yeah, W6YEC, K6ZTA.
Okay, Don, real good. Well, you got 2 check marks by your name. I'm hearing you both over the air, and I'm hearing you on KFF. So that was pretty good. So I said I gave you double check marks for your 1757. Yeah, the SX96 working for you tonight. Okay, yeah, it's a little rough. I don't hear any sidebanders right now. It's just propagation, and that's the way it goes. Now, the next one, and blessing to you there, Ron, the next one I'm going to hear with no problem, I would think. If I have a problem, boy, I'm going to scratch my head. But N6BZY, why don't you take it? Paul, W6YEC.
Okay, W6YEC, and the group, N6BZY. Okay, very good there, George. By the way, I did check the website. With both AMI and it's still operating. So I don't think you're in any trouble there. You see all 3 manual and the one with the gain adjust didn't help much. So no real big shakes there. And I'm curious between direct and KFS. CCH Lemon Grove, and AMI number 278, 278. We are running the ICOM 7700 through the Dentron Clipperton L at about 150 watts of carrier, and an SM20 microphone through a Dentron super tuner. We got a lot of Dentron stuff here. Into an inverted V at 35 feet. Do have a for sale item. I have a Drake TR4 with the works, the updated power supply, the AC4 with a speaker in it, D104 microphone, and it has a MSJ 945E antenna tuner with it. It also has a power meter built into it. So it's ready to rock and roll, and I will be seeing all offers in the trade. And nothing for the round table. My phone number is 619-240-8255.
9349. That's 619-248-9349. See you there, George. KSXYEC in the route.
Yeah, okay, Paul, real good. No problem on the copy. Big signal, of course. Paul has a TR4 for sale. Upgraded power supply. They'll entertain any offer. So, 619-248-9349. You can call Paul if you have some interest in that. And so there you go. Thanks, Paul. Now to another neighbor. That's the other dude. Phil, what's on? 6WHK with 6YEC.
W6YEC and 6WHK. Well, I'm not going to hang around either with a tank the way they are tonight. AMI number 1661. Running on normal equipment is Johnson, Hammerlin, brake power, amplifier, Johnson Matchbox, C104 mic. That's the normal equipment for this QTH. Copying a lot of people over the air, and when we first got on, it was really good, and it started to drop out. But still able to copy a few people over the air. With that, back to you, George. I won't be around for the round table, but I will listen out. Probably on KFS and 6WHK.
6LGL, standing by.
Okay, Phil, real good. A solid copy on you. And we're just doing okay so far. Let me go back before I get Skip. Hold on, Skip. Ken, are you still there? K6CJA, W6YEC. Okay, how about you, Jeff? KK6IRZ, W6YEC. Okay, Skip, it's your turn. K6LGL, W6YEC.
Okay, thank you, George. I didn't hear Jeff there. No, Ken may have gone to another direction there. K6LGL. Happy New Year to everybody. The band finally came back locally here. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago I began to hear you, George. Skip in Santa Monica. I'm on my much modified super brake modulated winch box from Benton Harbor, Michigan, better known as old Heathkit DX100. Much modified, and also a stated push-to-talk D104 microphone with a homebrew dipole antenna, receiving in a doublet. So that's the story there, and my number is 1326, and highway number there 13 and 213. Well, thanks for doing the net. It's been a rough go there. Imagine you have to rely more on KFS just to hear that. Good signal from Phil, WHK, and Mike, and a few others. And I also heard fairly good from 58. So again, happy New Year to everybody, and let's hope the band improves this year. It's been a rough go. Talk to you, George, and thanks for the great effort. W6YEC, K6LGL. Keep those filaments lit.
Okay, Skip. Well, the band has shifted in a good way. You were 10 over 9. Good solid copy on you, so didn't even have to turn on KFS. Just copied you over the air, so I gave you a double check mark there, too. Anyway, the DX100 is doing good. So I was thinking my lunchbox over here, my little lunchbox, I don't know if it appreciates the fact that you're calling a DX100 a lunchbox. Man, that thing would, if you dropped that thing on my lunchbox, it would be over. So I do have a real lunchbox with the microphone, the original and all that. It operates on AM, 2-meter regen. There you be. All right, John, back to San Diego here. How are you copying? WA6JUS, W6YEC.
Thank you, George. Real good. The band condition has come back to those of us with receivers that they got what's going on. So that's encouraging. Number 1258. And we had a real good time running into the rubber pond. Wonderful conditions, surfing and weather-wise, on the last day of the year. And so just resting up. George, back to you. No round table, no flap. WA6JUS.
Okay, John, very good. WA6JUS, good signal, good copy. Again, no KFS. Had lunch with Russ. Phil was there, N6WHK, and we had a conversation about a number of things, but one was Galaxy, your Galaxy. Said he hadn't gotten it yet, but at any rate, we'll see what happens when he gets that. But we were chatting about that. All right. Let's see. Now, somebody said that Francesco was in there. So W7LTG, it's your turn. W6YEC.
Right. W6YEC, W7 Lima Tango Tony. All right. Very good. I hear you okay on KFS. I recommend everybody use KFS, SPR. Makes it very hard to hear people, especially with the sideband.
Okay, Francesca, I did copy you. Solid on KFS. I could hear you over the air, but it wasn't very loud. So I listened on KFS. Yeah, okay, on the snow report. And feels like you could go skiing. And your mask got broken, 11 degrees. Yikes. Back for volume sounds good. I guess that's 85. Be careful. That's AC/DC radio, I believe. Yeah, no power transformer, so that can be challenging. The SX24 is a nice receiver. I've had one. Buoy caps and all, beautiful. It's no big deal. Yeah, the filter cap's no big deal on that. You should be able to get that going without too much effort. All right. Thank you very much. Now, over to Steve. Thank you, Steve, so much for your help jumping in there and being the relay guy. And I think we got most of it here. And I really appreciate it. I guess we were all having a little trouble with KFS and all that. So let's see how we're doing up there and how you're doing. KF6SYD, W6YEC.
Sorry, George. I'm listening to you on the NC300 right now, so you're doing real good. the band has improved, at least between you and I. KF6SYD, Stephen Long Beach, AMI 1708, CCA AM 1000D transmitter, and let's see, inverted V at 70 feet AKG microphone. And thank you, George, for running the net tonight. Thank you also for the preamble, and everything's correct on that except for the N6 AMIs. I went ahead and edited that on my end, and I understand you might have sent out another copy, and I will send that on to Dave and Wayne and Sharon and George so they can have the AMI information for sending off for the AMI number and certificates if they need to give that out or want to say it during the preamble. And I'm glad you think that it helped for me to get the list from Ron and give it to you. I'm not so sure that I didn't create more confusion. If I had just waited for you to get KFS up, you would have heard him better than I did, because my computer started, KFS began breaking up, and I was missing information from Ron over the computer, so it really got to be challenging. But we made it one way or another. We did it, and I think next time I'll just wait for the cards to play out a little bit more before I step in and do something. But anyhow, we got there. And I don't know if it's still raining. It was a little bit, and I think it was supposed to stand for a while, so I think that has happened. Enjoying the net, enjoying being with everyone tonight. And do I have any comments? No, not really. So I'll turn it back over to you, George. No round table. W6YEC, back over to you. KF6SYD.
Okay, very good. Yeah, we got our band back now because you're reaction a little over 40 over. I watched you draw. When you came on, you were about 35. You went just a hair over 40. So there you be. And hey, it's all in the effort, Steve. Yeah, it's a plus. All in the effort. Yeah, it was a little confusing. I was working here and I was trying to get that other copy out. I was having trouble. I sent it earlier, the second copy, the edited one, and it didn't go. So I had to redo it. And I don't have the guys set up in a group, so I had to put it in individually on the email. So I was trying to get that done before I got on the air. And so there is another copy edited with the console edited. And then if you could, and you probably saw it, edit the Monday. Since you're able to edit it, I just figured replace the Monday with Wednesday, and then they'll have their copies. Everything else ought to be right. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Well, let's see how George is. He's probably hearing everybody 100%. George, I heard you had a visitor, and anyway, I was envious that Kevin got to stop by and see him, and I didn't. W8BG, W6YEC.
Real good, George. W6YEC. W8 Victor Golf. Yeah, George here in Oro Valley, about 10 miles north of Tucson. And yeah, George, if you're ever out here in the neighborhood, give me a yell. Stop by. We'll give you the grand tour of the shack and the digs here. Had a great visit with Kevin and his wife Diane Friday night. They up here on their way from Tyler up to Santan Valley, where his son lives. He's got to stay a couple of days with his son. And I got to watch a great demonstration of his remote capability, George. He sat on my sofa here in the living room, and he was working 75 meters with his iPhone from Gilroy, and I was listening on the other end of the room on my iPhone over KFS. Now, that don't beat all. Anyways, let's see. I am hearing everybody this evening. There isn't a single person couldn't hear. some better than others. George, you're banging in here at Steve and Ron and a few of the others, but everybody's copyable. Running the big rig tonight, Parabate 13s modulated by Pair, homebrew, and listening on an R390, not an A in Overland. And the antenna is a 160-meter inverted V fed with ladder line down here to a homebrew link tuner. So that's what we're doing here. Anyways, we had a great holiday. It's been raining the last couple of days, but I think we're going to get sunshine now, although it is a little bit cool. It's down in the 40s, which for us out here in Arizona is freezing cold. Yeah, oh man. But anyway, good news on the AMI. I saw that about John taking that over. My old buddy in Annapolis, Paul, WA3BJB, put that on one of the Facebook sites. So now I don't have an AMI number, but now I no longer have an excuse for not having one, George. So we're going to have to surf on the web and move out here. Nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. I am working with an old Hallicrafters SX11 that I picked up from the estate of my dear friend Dave, who passed away a few weeks ago. He battled dementia and a stroke the last couple of years and was not on longer. But we had a big RAM group met down at his place and had a big sale, and I picked this baby up. It needs a little TLC, but he did recap it, and it does work. So I was sitting out here the other morning listening to Benny Goodman on one of the AM stations on a 37 receiver. You can't get more nostalgic than that. Anyways, nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade, and I'm going to give up the ghost here on the round table and just make it with this. Anyways, thanks for running the net, George. Ron, thanks for picking me up on the earlies. Back to you, George. W6YEC in Lemon Grove, W8 Victor Golf in Tucson.
A7RH is okay.
Who is that? Who's the question checking in?
7RH, George.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was Bob. M7RH. Okay, my ears weren't working right. Okay, gotcha, Bob. You're going to follow Jay. And, well, congratulations. I heard you talking about that SX11. Hey, if you get a chance, send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I've had the SX9, and that was quite the receiver. And then an SX16 and a 17. I've had those. Of course, maybe a 19. And then... but I haven't seen an 11, but I got probably a pretty good idea what it looks like. But they've made some pretty nice radios in that time frame between 37 and into the 40s. Benny Goodman, how about that? Well, I've got a 1933 Philco, and it has shortwave on it, and it works, and it still has original tubes in it, 1933. So I have that over here, and if I hook it up to the big antenna, I can hear shortwave on it. It does pretty good. Congratulations on that, George. Very good. And okay on the getting to see and I guess what can I say? See Kevin operate and then also hear him. Yeah, that's pretty cool on that remote. Okay, my friend, take care. Jay, it's your turn. NY6L, W6YEC. Uh-oh, Jay, did you leave us? NY6L, W6YEC. Okay, I guess he gave up. Bob, take it away. NA7RH, W6YEC.
Okay, George. W6YEC in the net, NA7RH. I didn't hear any call for check-in, so I jumped on the tail end of W8VG's transmission there, but glad you picked me up, or someone picked me up. We're up here in the Phoenix area, the wet and sunny Phoenix area, running the old 62.5 Sweet Discussion
so operated by 41625. I've heard most everyone this evening. I didn't even turn on KFS. I could hear even Francesca sort of in and out, porpoising out of the noise, but heard a few words here and there. But everyone else has been fine business copy here this evening, so it's been an enjoyable net from here where we could hear more than a lot of parts of the area. Let's see now, 62.5, flat top dipole, Dentron Super Tuner along with some of the others around here, and listening on an ICOM IC735 this evening. So nothing much more to say. Just hanging out in the cools of the weather that we're supposed to consider the better part of the year here, and I think that's the case, at least compared with 4 or 5 months for sure. Anyway, back to you, George, and good evening all. W6YEC in the net, NA7RH.
All righty, Bob. Very good copy. You're sitting right about 20 over 9. So Sweep Tube Special is doing its job, that's for sure. And very good on the reports and hearing other people and what have you. Okay, my friend, thank you for making it in. And I thought that was you. I recognized your voice, but I just didn't hear the call correctly. So old man ears, I guess. Anyway, let me stand by and see, is there anybody else that wants to get in on the AMI net here before we shut it down tonight? Conditions have improved a bit, so we're grateful for that. W6YEC. Okay, no copy, so I'm going to close the net at... boy, look at that. It's 1945. So thanks for all the participation. A very blessed and happy New Year to each one. And we'll probably catch you hopefully on Wednesday night. W6YEC will be in the clear.